Another one of these in tonight. You know I'm a sucker for beer in cans. So here we have Gary's with Maine Brew Guy. What do we got for hops in this thing? Double, triple hop challenge India Pale Ale. This one is bittered with Mosaic, Citra in the boil, and Azacca as a dry hop, I believe. I don't believe it specifies, but I think that's what the deal is. So, oh, hello. Okay, it's a little lively in the can, but that's all right. Everybody likes it lively in the can, right? Okay, well, okay, she's a little overcarved, maybe. Smells good though. Get a little of the aroma off the table, which is nice. Yeah. So, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna let this calm down for a minute, then we'll come back. All right. So, cooler heads have prevailed. All in all, it looks like a nice beer. It's a little hazy. I think that's probably just from the holy shit carbonation coming out of the can, but you know, that'll happen. On the aroma, I don't get as much as I feel like I should with a big Citra in the end of the boil. At least I assume it was big. But it's kind of consistent with what I get from Azacca. Azacca is a hop that I really, really want to love, but it just seems like it's always underwhelming. Sorry, Ryan, I didn't mean to say mean things about Azacca, but dip my nose in it. Official beer review. So anyway, there's definite tropical fruit there, but I think it's kind of getting overrun by the malt. For sure. Yeah, and that seems to happen with Azacca. It's like it's just not. The flavor is really good. It's just not punchy enough. It's not. It's hard for Azacca to hold up its end on its own, I think. Anyway, cheers, Gary. Thanks for sending a canned beer because that is rad and it makes me jealous. Oh, this is the maltiest of these beers I've had so far. This one is a Okay, so I'd be Jesus. Children upstairs, that can't be good. I'd be curious to know the actual hopping schedule of this beer. Because it's a really tasty beer. I feel like this is the fifth one I've had so far. I feel like this one finished at the highest gravity. It's got a big kind of residual sweetness, malt sweetness. Tasty beer. But it's not like overpowering me with the hops. I definitely get that kind of mid-boil Citra, end-of-boil Citra. I mean, the Azacca, it's there. I mean, it's definitely there. Let's do the Mike Dean extra headspace swirl. We'll see if it blows out of the glass. It's there. It's pineapple. It's pineapple. I get a lot of pineapple from Azacca. Maybe a little bit of like mandarin orange kind of deal. But that could be coming from the Citra too. Now I believe, I mean, if this was bittered with Mosaic, it's a nice smooth bitterness. I don't know that. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me to use Mosaic to bitter, just because it's so good at doing other things. overall, this is a nice beer, and this is going to be one that I think will age really well. Some of that malt sweetness is really going to turn almost almost like American barley wine if this had just a hint more dark fruit. I think you could probably pass this as a barley wine, especially once those hops kind of drop out. And I think a lot of that may be due to that Azacca dry hop that just doesn't beat you over the head. Whoops, jeez. Tasty beer though. I really dig that. But it's definitely it's the most unique of the ones I've had so far, and I think just that higher kind of residual sweetness at the end makes this a really interesting one. Yeah, I would want one of these canned to sit on for a little while, and just see what it does in, 6 months, 4 months, something like that. Little of that kind of aged character come out of it, and maybe bump the kind of dark fruit in it, and just see what it does. I think it's going to be cool. So, Gary, cheers, my friend. This is the first beer I've had of yours, and it's a winner. Yeah. Yeah, do nerds.